Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Please continue to like, share and subscribe. I appreciate. So guys, this is one of my Vanda beds. I laid this down last year and I'd just like to share with you the progress. I've been getting quite a few reblooms, but with the cold weather, when it gets pretty cold, they tend not to do so well because they are sun vandas. So in South Florida here, when it's the time is cold during the winter, they tend not to do as well. But they are bouncing back just like the shaded vandas. They are doing well. And what I try to do is to maintain growth during the cold season. I try to feed them with Super Thrive, try to give them magnesium, and all those good stuff in fertilizing and fungicidal treatment. I try to maintain that. So as you could see, they have grown significantly because I got them when they were babies, and as you could see, they are getting real tall. Look at them. And I have a few blooms, but I hope when it gets warmer in the summertime, they will be multiple blooms at a time, not they bloom sparsely now. But I'm grateful, they're putting out blooms now. Yeah, little by little it's coming. Yeah, because they like what they're sun vandas, so they do better when the time is warmer. They're perking up. But the growth, guys, even though the blooms are not coming out as I would love to have, all of them blooming and that beautiful bouncy look, I'm still grateful that the growth, it maintains growth and the roots are doing well. These are some of the blooms that I have. And I got them when they were about this size, that size. And to see the growth in them, it's doing well. So guys, what I look out for, like with the shaded vandas, you could see it's warming up, so the end tips are coming out. On this one, if you could see the end tips, yeah, they are getting green at the tips. They're no longer dried because that's what the cold weather does to them. So, and the more rooting system, the rooting system has to be bouncy and plenty. That's important. And the more mature the sun vandas they become, you should have a good rooting system. And as you could see, this one, look how bouncy, look how bunchy this bloom is. See, they're getting bigger the more mature they are. Yeah. And I'm getting these blooms, guys. I'm getting these big bunchy blooms now. And if you could see this one here, look at the rooting system that's going on with this one. It's amazing. Look at that. It's growing, and with growth, the roots are coming out all over. This is an ideal plant because I don't want this bed to be too high. I want to be able to look around the garden here, so I don't want it to be too high. So this is a perfect height for this, where the stakes end. So if you could see this one, the rooting system is doing so well. Roots are coming out all over. Each stage there's new growth with roots. So at any point I could get a second plant from this. You could see this is the root. It look all around in the bottom here. Look at the roots. Healthy roots. So this I could cut as long as I have 3 healthy roots, 3 different roots, I could cut it. This could cut like here. Okay, so I have this root here. This is another one. That's another one. And that's like 5 roots popping up at the top. So this I could cut like here at this height. And I'll have this plant, this size plant. That would be the original size when I bought it. See? So I could have 2 plants out of that. And that is how you multiply, you propagate your sun vandas. That's another way. Okay? That's a top cut. Yeah. That is called a top cut. I cut it about here. And then from here it will give different stems. Yeah. I get stems out of it. You know, it will get thicker. But I see there's a coming up here. There's a spike coming out here. But it doesn't matter, you know. At some point I will, and I'd love to do that, propagate before it gets too hot, because it's better, you know, up during winter up to spring to do to set them, because when it's too hot you're looking for not much of growth but blooms. So it's better. I like to set my sun vandas here in South Florida in the late winter to spring. They tend to do better, you know. So the roots are all doing well, guys. This is just an update a year from this, and they're hardy plants, guys. They take less attention than even the regular shaded vandas, because they love the sun. And once you feed them well, give them fertilizer, and you check and make sure you know you're on top of your fungicidal treatment, it's okay. It's okay. It's not an easy job, but it's not, they're not highly maintained as the shaded vandas. There they are, guys. And I have different ones. Look at that bloom here. Hopefully when it gets warmer, they will, you know, I'll have multiple blooms in this area, and that will be beautiful. I have some spikes coming up. There's a spike here. There's another spike. Most of them are spiking, guys. So the blooms will be fuller pretty soon. They love the heat. They love the sun. So they are putting out spikes now. Getting ready for the summer blooms. And these I water just at my sun vandas, because this is South Florida and it's humid. Humidity is high. So what I do, I water them twice daily, especially when it's hot. And then in the winter time when it's cooler, I will I water once. And when it's raining, I'll just let Mother Nature, of course, take care of them. And among them, guys, I did a flask of this grammatophyllum. I think it's 2016. It's grammatophyllum wallisii. Guys, I've seen online or around nurseries where this size grammatophyllum wallisii, it's pretty costly. And I see it's putting out another cane down here, right here. There's another cane coming up right here. My fingers are soiled. Excuse me for that. So I have this among them. It loves the sun, and it's a heavy drinker as well. So I just keep it in this area with the sun vandas. And I fertilize and maintain them the same. So guys, I'm looking forward. I know it takes a while before I get blooms from this grammatophyllum wallisii, but I feel good. I got it out of flask. I bought it online, and I ended up with this one. I think I gave away 3. So out of the 45, I think I got I got 3 solid plants out of it. 3, 4, yeah. So guys, this is an update of the Vanda bed, what it looks like without the blooms, the progress, the stages that they go through. It's similar to the sun Vandas. Yeah, but these can be propagated, whereas I get multiple plants out of one. I just need to have 3 good roots, and then I could do a top cut. And as soon as I do a top cut here, I'll get stems on their new plants coming up. And if I have to do a cut from those, those will be stem cuts. So guys, this is how we do sun vandas in the warm climate. This is awesome, guys. I can't wait for them to be very matured, where they'll be sending out lots of blooms in the warmer season. Here it is, guys. So guys, thanks once again for joining me in my sun vanda walk, and I will share with you when the blooms are up, and I'll also share with you whenever I do the propagation on that one. Thanks once again for joining me, and thanks for growing my channel.